Pew pew!
Pew, pew,
Pew! Hi, we're Catty Comic Book Bitches, and today we're not really ruining Love is Love.
Ruining it.
We're ruining Love is Love by getting our girl hands all over this
Already
very
super gay comic.
Love is Love is an anthology published by DC and IDW. It's 140 pages of like 1 to 2 page stories, somehow related to the Pulse shootings back in June. The proceeds of this book go to supporting the survivors and the families of the dead from the Orlando Pulse shooting. So please, oh god, buy it. We have links to the Amazon and Google Play versions in the description.
It may still be sold out.
The digital copy won't be.
Yeah, but the physical copy I believe is still sold out.
Damn, good on you, comics nerds.
I'm really happy this is selling so well.
Yeah, it deserves to, because on top of
being for a good cause and like nice and yay, it was a really good book.
We're not going to go too deeply into specifics this episode because we don't have a physical copy to wave around, and we'd like a physical copy to wave around, but we will be going over the broad strokes of the work.
When we get our hard copy, hopefully next week, we're gonna go into specific stories and what we liked or disliked about those. But the overall impression was the book was really, really well done. The stories flowed from one to the other really well. The art was pretty nice, like consistently throughout, and like close enough that it didn't jar going from one to the other, but different enough that it was very clear when you changed stories. Just visually it was really nice, and like theme-wise, obviously it was something. No, it was
Cried a bunch.
I cried the entire book long, like honestly, so
there are really powerful works, and I mean, yeah, this is an emotional topic. Like, I don't know about you nerds, but I was shook up for about a week.
Yeah.
And so that helps with the crying factor, but also there's some really good things that had to be said, or good things that hurt to hear and read, but in a good way.
yeah.
I feel.
No, it was.
Everyone brought their A game. They wrote tight stuff. They had good storytelling in that. The pictures conveyed the entire story in one page. You know what? I know we didn't say that we were gonna
Are you
talk
gonna go
about
into a
specific
specific story?
stories. The Bizarro one.
I loved this Bizarro
It took
one.
so long to figure it out, but then I
It took
figured
me a while, and I was like, when I got it, it was like, oh.
So Bizarro can only say the word hate because he's anti-Superman. He's a distorted mirror. So the text is a bunch of the word hate, hate, hate over again, but different letters were highlighted to say, like, eat that hat! Ha! And then, wait, I see the hate. Like, you can see that Bizarro witnesses the Pulse shooting and says, oh god, no, I hate that, that's bad, no, hate that, eat that. Like, if Bizarro hates the thing that you're seeing.
Bizarro hates the thing that you're seeing, and also, I really liked when he was seeing it, most of the hate was just hate, 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 hate with like blue or white, I forget which letters highlighted, but the one panel had rainbow highlighting, and the letters that came out highlighted in that one were hate that hate.
Yeah, hate that hate specifically.
Specifically, it was about hating the hate.
And yeah, it's a good example of like the lettering and the writing and the art all coming together to create something really powerful and really
Concise.
Cute in exactly 3 panels or something. Possibly.
I think it was 6.
But still.
But, you know,
one
one
page.
page. If we're going into specific ones, one of the very early ones was, I think, 2 panels and 2 dialogue boxes. It was like dialogue panel, dialogue panel. The one about the little girl who's really into outer space and like technology and like the future of humanity and stuff, and like they're talking about, you know, her general hope in humanity, and they're talking about trying to talk to her about the Pulse shooting, and her parents are you know, trying to explain this horrible thing that's happening on the news, and the little girl is looking at the news and pointing out like the paramedics and everyone trying to help and saying, no,
Look at all the people helping. And like,
it's going to be okay, even if it's not. And I'm crying again, so this is fun. I'm gonna really enjoy putting this on the internet. I like to pretend that I don't cry. I like to pretend that, no, okay. I've already admitted that I cried through the entire book, so whatever. Anyway, there are a lot of the tiny stories, and some of them weren't stories. Some of them were just like one panel, just page arts. There were a
nice
couple
illustrations of the Kate with the
Batman
American
with the
gay
flag.
flag.
The one that was the gay flag at half-mast. So it wasn't all stories, but it was all very powerful. It was a really well done book.
Pick it up.
Pick
Just
it up.
Pick it up. Not just because charity, because it's fantastic.
Because it was really well done.
Also, pick it up because charity, because
pick
you know
it up.
who needs some help?
I was noticing, and this is just a fact about the industry, less than a thing, but I didn't specifically look up every author in the book or anything, but I was noticing a lot of them were from a straight perspective, which is fine, except that it is, you know, it's a LGBT issue.
Like, they all did it from the right perspective.
They all did it from
like,
the right perspective, but like there were a lot of that perspective. I would have liked to see a few more, you know, actually LGBT or Latin. How do you pronounce Latinx? Is it, you pronounce the X?
Latinx.
I can picture it in my head, and I was like, how do I make that Latinx?
No, Latinx.
It's Latinx.
I looked this up.
Okay. Latinx perspectives. Although I'm talking about how it was a lot of straight perspectives, and they did a good job of handling it, yeah. Like, as much as it was, this is very clearly a straight perspective, it was a very respectful perspective. I liked, there was one where it was a really meta comic, where he was just talking about, I don't know what to write. And I really liked just the way that, like, he had the little footnotes in certain panels, that was like, you know, as a straight white male, I realize I can't really represent the queer Latinx community. And he had a little footnote that was, that was good. And he had a little footnote that was like not links, because it's a book, but like websites for creators of color and queer creators, which was really good. If you're gonna take part in this kind of project, it's really good that they're boosting those who are really affected by it, and acknowledging that as much as it hurts them, they have a layer of separation from it, or a step of separation, I suppose is more appropriate. So as much as like I would have liked to see fewer straight creators, they did the whole not being part of the actual community but talking about the community thing really well. So it's not really a complaint, because it was really well done. I just would have really liked to see more.
And some of it's an artifact of...
Some of it's, yeah, these are just
the industry.
People, yeah, these are the people who exist, that they know of.
It's tough to find...
It's tough to find
a lot of queer creators who are
out, who are
out and
experienced enough, experienced enough to do a 1 to 2 page, really tight, really powerful comic like that. So I'm not really complaining about it so much as noticing, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thing that you notice after the second or third story of straight parents explaining it to their child. I'm like, it's a solid book. We'll have another more in-depth review later, but Upshots, it was really good. Keep Tissues.
It was a really good anthology. I was surprised how well the shortness of the stories worked, because like I was expecting longer stories. It made the book work a lot better, and it was just really powerful in general. They took a really emotional subject, and I think they did it a lot of justice. And I just love that this book exists. Like, I love that, first of all, they said like we should do this, and how well everybody came together to do it. and just, it kind of blows my mind this book exists at all, let alone that it was as good as it was. Big thank you to everyone involved in it. Mark Andreyko for just kind of posting about this and I guess falling into making it. Really upstanding actually doing that. Just to everyone involved actually. Like, I'm amazed this book exists. And I'm amazed it exists. I'm amazed it's for charity. Like, I'm just...
And that it's sold out.
And that it's sold out. There are things about the book that are really depressing, obviously, and then there are things in the book that are really hopeful. And in the real world, too, I think the book itself is really hopeful, just because it got made and it sold out, and it's, you know, it's a little thing, it's an art thing, but it's an impact in the real world, too. So pick it up, because it's fantastic. And it was really, really, really worth the money.
I feel like we should end with something for actual young queer kids, but all I got is,
Hi, we're sad.
life is less pain sometimes. Sometimes life is not as bad.
We should have some sort of important message, but like, they're all in this book.
And the sort of capital I important stuff that isn't in the book is the stuff that I can't really say.
It's the stuff that,
like, either it would be empty upon saying it, or I'm not happy out chipper enough to say these things. I'm not,
or we're not in the right place to say
like,
it.
yeah. I can't say it'll get better because fuck it, it won't. I can't say keep dancing because I'd rather you be alive. So in lieu of anything important to say,
Big thank yous especially to Mark Andreyko, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. That looks like that. For just, like, it's amazing just to post, hey, we should do this, and then to actually jump on board really running it. So a huge thank you there. Huge thank you to all of the artists and writers who came together for it. Separate thank yous to the straight writers and artists who took part in it. A+ allyship. And big thank you to the queer artists and writers who participated, whether you're publicly out or not, because it means quite a lot as a presumably younger queer kid to see your perspectives on what happened and on being queer and on the hopeful aspect of it.
it means a lot to see queer creators doing something big, being successful, seeing that yes, you can be two old gay buddies with husbands reminiscing about their lives. It means a lot to see that it is possible to succeed.
Not that it doesn't mean anything to hear hopeful messages about things from the straight writers, but like, it means a lot, especially in the wake of something so horrible, to hear positive messages and hopeful messages from people directly impacted, or not directly, but
More directly than
the straight white dudes impacted by this kind of tragedy.
Later, nerds. We're gonna
cut
cry
before I just start weeping on camera, so